good you are, Mark, really, about all these, how you've been doing this so long. And I wanted to give a shout out. If people have not heard your fireworks story,
Oh,
they
God.
should go to that. It's wonderful. It's a two-parter. It's worth every moment.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my early years when I was lucky to have not landed in prison because I sold illegal fireworks to the Native American reservations here in the Northwest. Because that's what you do during college, apparently, when you're bored, is you do that. And yeah, probably not my finest hour, but it is a story that is interesting. I will say that.
And your dear mother wanting to serve, I think, dessert possibly to the couple of people there that.
Yeah, yeah. When the feds came to her house looking for me, and they realized I didn't live there, and so while they were searching the house, when all the TAC teams were searching the house, Mom was having a dinner party, and she she didn't even break stride. The main course was already done, so she was serving pie and ice cream, and she was offering pie and ice cream to the agents. And she said she almost had a couple of the younger ones. She's like, hey, it's like pie and ice cream. And the older agents was like, don't you dare touch that. Because that would have been just a coup. That would have been wonderful if they would have grabbed it and be like, hey, we're going to have more ice cream with this pie. It would have been awesome. But yeah, that was an interesting time. And that was all the way back in the early 90s. Very early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
is Master Gunner going to come on tonight?
The what?
Ready to roll.
Master Gunner going to come on tonight? Did you?
I'm thinking of bringing him in the third segment just to kind of talk about some tactical stuff. Yeah, Brian Burton. Sure.
All right. Well, I guess my shout out then is to John in New Mexico. Yeah. So.
Cool.
Anyway, you guys take care and bye, Karen. I'm glad you had a really nice birthday.
Thank you, Jan. Appreciate that.
All right. See you, Jan.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Jan. Always nice to hear. All right. We are going to pick up because I have not seen Israel on our call board in a while. We'll see what this person has to say. We'll see how long we keep him. But we got to pick him up because, hey, you know what? It's a long distance call.
Keep right.
All right, Israel.
Right.
What's happening?
Hello, Mark. Hello, Karen. This is Mir from News Israel. How are you?
Good. How are you?
And then turn right.
Good. I'm talking to Karen for their birthday. I think it was last week, right? Anyways, I'm here to tell you to talk about flat Earth a little bit, and I want to share with you the journey I had just recently. Do you, Mark, do you have some time as a flat earther, like this moment that you wish you would go back to school and confront your science teacher when she's like teaching you the heliocentric model?
Oh, that's a dicey proposition because any science teacher, if you confront them privately, yeah, maybe I could get away with it. You do it in front of the class, and you'd have a really, really tough time. I mean, yeah, I've been helping some kids do some debates in front of the class. They get to pick the topic, but just off the cuff, no, super risky to bring it up to a teacher.
Anyway, so I went over to this war, and I call it a journey in space with Zohar. Zohar is my 10 years old son, and he's in the 5th grade. And the first chapter was that he came to me over with his homework, with his science homework, and it was on the heliocentric model, and I needed to do this homework with him, and I just took a look at this book that they have over there and all the data over there that doesn't add up in way, it doesn't add up, and it's also like, you know that something that popped up to me that you have Jupiter and some other planet over there that is like made of gas. Do you know that?
Did not know that.
Yeah, they're like it's written down over the science book that they're made out of gas, and I was wondering how they're like keeping themselves like in a planet if it's like they're like in space with the vacuum and
Turn
everything.
right, and then
So it was
turn
kind of
left.
like all kinds of like other things. And get this, on the cover
Go
of the
straight
science
on,
book,
and
they
then
have
turn
the
right.
picture of the astronaut where they show on the helmet, all
right.
the set over there. So
Yeah.
they put this picture on the science book, okay? Now,
Go
so I
straight
made
on.
this homework with them, and I taped it up. I went to put it up on my channel. And second chapter was
Keep
the
left,
parents meeting.
and then turn left.
And over there, it was with, I went over to his science
Turn
teacher.
left.
And yeah, I got in with him and started recording the conversation. And that was my go moment to start flat smacking. And I didn't really flat smack, I was more like globe denying and things like that. And I asked her like a few questions, for instance, about this planet of gas and everything. And she told me that the scientists checked and satellites show that it has a core. It has a core that is kind of like it assembles the gas around it, and this is how it doesn't dissolve into space. So yeah, but anyway, at the end of this conversation with her, I got to the point that she just told me, we don't really care if the data is that much important, is that much correct, accurate. We just want the kids to learn and to have this process of understanding and learning and things like that.
Sure.
Anyways, and the third chapter was the model project.
Hey, real
And,
quick, we're not actually going through all the chapters, are we?
No, this is the final one. This is the final one.
Okay.
They over and my kid and his kids came over and told me that they need to prepare for this science class, this heliocentric model. And I convinced them successfully that they will serve the flat Earth model instead. I think that the thing that convinced them that I told them that it will be way easy than to put all those balls, but just to build a flat Earth model. So, like you need to build only one. Anyway, so that's the way it goes, and they're gonna serve it, I think, next week to the teacher. I will try to give you a report on what went down over there.
Cool. All right.
Go
Well, thank
straight
you very much for calling in, and hopefully we will talk to you one day soon.
Keep right,
All
and
right.
then turn left.
Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 848-222-2480. Look, I've only been using this number for a couple weeks. I can eventually though. 848-222-2480. Just remember, there's 2s, there's 4s, and there's 8s. That's all there is. And a 0 at the end. Who cares? It's a 0. And when we come back from break, we'll also we'll bring Master Gunner Brian Burton on the phone just to kind of break down a little bit of what could happen up in Helsinki. That he's done some tours over in Europe, and he knows what's going on. How close were we to break? A couple minutes.
Like a minute or so.
You want to talk about Blacktoberfest a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, Flattoberfest.
Right.
Actually, I did just update my website. I added a who's gonna be there page. So you're up there, Mark. Have you seen it? I guess you haven't looked lately.
I haven't. Oh joy! Where is it?
It's flatearthfestivals.com,
Go straight on.
and then if you go, there's a sub menu there, events, Flattoberfest, and then it says participants.
I gotta look at it.
Flattoberfest participants.
Oh, so I suppose I have to. FloridaFestivals.com.
See if you go to events,
Yep.
Flattoberfest.
Yeah.
Flattoberfest
Participants.
yes. And then you'll
Yay!
see.
There I am.
Yeah. So I finally have started putting up people who are going to be there. Benjamin Balderson, Jason Lindgren, Mark Sargent, Chief Crow and the Flat Earth Worms, One Big Love, Suzanne is going to be there with True Smacks.
Right.
Yeah. Mike Williams.
Very excited about that.
Sage of Quay. You remember Mike Williams?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Talked to him several times.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's going to be there too. And some other people who've not been announced yet. So there you go. Because people were asking me, who's going to be there? Do you have any information? And I finally updated the website today. So that's all there. I have a link that tells you some hotel information. There is not a designated hotel for the event. There's a basic plan for the 3 days. I don't have an actual schedule yet because it's too early for that, but you know basically who's going to be there, what's going to happen, what hours, the park, the meet up at the park the day before at Herd Clots Park that Friday.
And then
We're also going to have the pre-registration there for the event. Friday night, if anybody who's feeling frisky can join us and have karaoke night Friday night before the event. It's a big party weekend. It's gonna be lots going on. And so there's also a link there. You can go buy tickets, and tickets are on early bird sale. Regular price is $155.11, and they're on sale right now for $133.33 until the end of June.
Cool. And with that, are we going to go to our final break?
And with that, yes, we can go to our final break.
We're back in 4 minutes, and we'll bring back. When we come back, we'll talk to Master Gunner for a while and take your phone calls and just kind of wrap our way to the end.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, have you ever wanted to learn about crypto? Well, I'm going to tell you about a place where you can go learn about crypto from people that you can trust. It is cryptoclass101.com.au. And this is a class that is put together by Jaren of Jarenism. So you can get a private consultation with Jaren, Scott, Caprice, or Nathan, and they are all very knowledgeable in crypto, and they do beginner to intermediate classes, one-on-one private coaching, buying and selling, swapping, decentralized finance, safety and security, asset recovery, and privacy coins. They can answer just about any question you have. So once again, go to cryptoclass101.com.au and use Karen10 to get 10% off of any service booked. Learn crypto! Everything moves. Nothing is at rest.
a new route.
It seems fitting to begin. No one knows what gravity really is. It's one of the unsolved mysteries of the universe. No one. No.
I'll find a new
No
route.
one knows. No one knows.
Welcome back to Strange World, part 4 of 4.
Get
It's
ready
you,
to
me, and
turn
Karen
right.
B. And see, Karen's trying to trip me up because I
Turn
don't
right.
know all the music yet that's being used. When we moved over from TFR, I said, I just need the beginning song and Joe Jackson. The rest is just yours. She didn't tell me what they were. So when the music fades out, if I'm not sitting here, then I look like an idiot.
But you know
And in
what?
this case,
I haven't changed them since I made them. I have
Are you
changed
sure?
the in between. In
Oh,
the
okay.
middle has changed, but the beginning and the end is still the same. I knew that
Eric,
might. I
what a-
thought that might mess you up. I thought it might mess you up. Nobody heard that though because I have.
You had me muted.
Yes.
Well, that's good. Okay.
Go straight
So we are going to bring in, and we'll still take your calls, but I want to bring in Master Gunner to kind of talk about this because this is kind of, you guys are going to hear more about this in the future. The news is kind of slowing down right now. The Ukraine thing's winding down. Russia's pretty much owned Ukraine, even though no one's ever going to talk about it over here. But the Finland thing's going to wind up pretty soon. So we are going to bring in Brian Burton, Master Gunner, United States Army, retired. Phone number, by the way, to call in is 848-222-2480. That's 888-222-2480. Brian,
Left,
are you
and then
there?
turn left.
Yay. That's great. I put in a map in the links
Turn
just so you
left.
guys could take a look at what we're talking about here. Because if you're not aware of what's happening, geographically, where I know most people, it's like Norway. So, and some of you, like you've been you went to up there in the north, haven't you, Karen? You've been up to
Mm-hmm.
which one? Sweden?
Sweden? No, I've been to the Netherlands.
She went.
I went
Yeah,
to
she went to
Amsterdam
the.
for the Flat Earth Conference. I didn't go for drugs. They just
No,
happened to
yeah,
have
yeah,
drugs
no,
there.
Karen, I don't even know where you're getting that from. I would have never said it, hot sex. If you went to the conference, drugs, then hey, that's good enough for me. Drugs. Okay, so the map. What I wanted to show you. So you have Norway that's really close to England. You can practically see England from Norway. That's not true. You got Sweden in the middle, and you got Finland on the east side. Now, 800 miles of border
Keep
Finland
right,
shares with
reroute.
Russia. That part I'm not really concerned about. What I wanted to show here was the capital
Keep right,
of Finland,
and
and
then
really the
exit
only major city in Finland is Helsinki. And then right across the water, if you zoom in, right across the water is St. Petersburg, Russia. Not only is it the second largest city in Russia, it is also the cultural center of Russia. Meaning it is like the tourist that if you're going to go touring, you're going to go look for things over in Russia. I mean, yeah, there's Red Square in Moscow, but people go to St. Petersburg. That's where all the artsy stuff is. So, Brian, do you think that the Russians seem to are somewhat concerned about having NATO possibly start setting up shop in Helsinki?
Well, I was in the beginning, but now I'm not so sure that I look at this map because I didn't realize that was a toll road. That might be a problem.
Funny. Funny. Is it really a toll road?
Yeah, really. There's a toll on route. Goes south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder when you have to pay it.
Across the border to Finland.
Oh, it's not the other way around.
No. Isn't that funny? So they're going to charge the Russians to invade.
The Estonia, by the way, which is just south of. I don't think you can. pretty close. Yeah, on a good day, you should be able to see Estonia from Helsinki across the water. Estonia, Karen, I think I told you that's one of the countries we're big in. It's Estonia. I was wrong when I said Slovakia. It's actually Estonia.
Ah, shout out to Estonia.
Yeah, if you turn on the Flat Earth Fred Finder, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few blue dots in Estonia.
That makes sense.
You know where there's not a lot of blue dots? France. Don't know why. Don't know why. We're not big in France.
I'll find a new route.
French people. Freaking French people.
Go straight on.
Anyway.
Finding a new route.
So yeah, you and I were
Keep
talking
left,
about this somewhat.
and then turn
The
left.
bigger issue there, and please kind of elaborate
Go
if you
straight
can,
on.
is the waterway. Because St. Petersburg isn't just a city in Russia. It's not just the second biggest. It might as well be freaking Los Angeles because it's a port.
Yeah, it's one of the main naval ports.
Yeah.
Because remember, most of the water on Russia is blocks of ice for half the year.
Yeah.
Because it's, in the inner circle, it's the Arctic.
Yeah.
So it freezes in the winters, so they can drop the subs under there, but most of their ships come out through that Baltic.
Right.
Which is, now Estonia, the little teeny tiny country that's part of NATO already, we know, but there's not much of a borders. There's not a big thing with there.
Right.
But Finland, which covers the north part of that sea, it's a big NATO choke point within them.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Keep
you
right,
were saying,
and then
if you were
continue
gonna
straight on.
try to send subs, you might as well not even submerge them, because
Go straight on.
they're gonna know when they're leaving. If NATO is based in Helsinki, there is nothing the Russian Navy can do to.
Well, if the I don't know the hell what to say, if the U.S.
Reroute.
ever wanted to do some
Hey,
kind of more
find a
sanctions
new
or
route.
an embargo or something, they could just
There you go.
block all Russian transport
Get
out.
ready to turn right.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think Russia would like that.
Turn right.
The other thing that keyed me in, the I think it was Finnish guy talked to Putin and said
Yeah.
it was a very calm conversation. He was very calm and nice. So that goes, as we were talking about before, where if you ever been married or in a long relationship with a girl and you're in a fight and she suddenly goes, "Oh, it's okay," that's when you run.
Yeah. Yeah, which means they already have a plan. Yeah, there's no bluster, there's no threats, there's no sabers. If Russia sits at the table, it's like they shrug their shoulders, it's like yeah, whatever.
Now
They know exactly what to do. And like you and I were talking about earlier, when you look at Finland strategically, if you're not looking at it like in a game of Risk, if you look at it strategically, there's not much to it. I mean,
no,
you roll over the border, you go through, or the ports right there, or like you were saying, the ships don't even have to leave port. You could just cruise missile Helsinki, and that's it. The game's over.
Yeah, I mean, there was and that's one thing about the propaganda that we're doing on our side. I saw an article where they're saying Russia's moving nuclear missiles and whatnot to the border of Finland. They don't have to do that. It's right there.
Right.
I mean, literally, by driving between St. Petersburg and Helsinki, it's 242 miles.
Yeah. And that's not the border. The border is not even that. The border is only an hour and a half.
Right. They're close by.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom line is, that is Russia's last area before they hit NATO. So if
Right.
Finland joins NATO, Russia's encapped by NATO and China.
Right. Right. Yeah. They're big fans of the buffer, and they don't want it. And people do not understand. They're going to downplay it as best they can. But the second, and I firmly believe your prediction on this one, Brian, which is the second that Finland says we've already signed the papers, because they'll do that in front of the press, right? They'll sign everything, they'll ink everything, and the second that the ink won't even be dry, and someone,
I would think before they even get to sit down and sign papers, Russia would do something.
I
If-
would.
If they're
Yeah.
smart and as paranoid as I think they are, as far as, I mean, because you got to think about it. Your entire country is being engulfed by, quote, and I air quote, your enemy, NATO.
Right.
You are now at the mercy of them because whatever they want you to do, you have no way to get your ships out. You have no, I mean, come on.
Right.
It is the same concept, whether fake or not, of Russia putting up missiles in Cuba.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
close, no
Too
breathing
close.
room, don't like it.
And this is a land area. So again, you could go one of two ways. You could either say Tijuana, which we would never, ever, ever let happen, or you go on the New York side and say, how far is Montreal from New York? Not that
Not
far.
far.
Yeah.
Not the
And you
same
could go,
distance.
yeah, but yeah, you go to the Canadian side. It's like, well, Canada is not gonna, we wouldn't let it happen either way. I mean, you saw how deep we went when that whole Cuba thing happened. And nowadays, so again, nobody should sell this short. When you're going to start hearing more and more about this, because they're going to draw this out. They're going to draw out the Turkey approval, and then again, Russia doesn't have to. We won't belabor this too much, which is Russia doesn't have to saber rattle. They're just going to do it, which is why the Ukraine thing is like, oh, so shocking and unprovoked. What are you talking about?
Russia's never saber rattled if you think about it. I mean, he talked about going into Ukraine for over a decade. If you try this,
Go
I'm going
straight
to
on.
go in. If you try this, I'm going to go in. But like I said, they don't have the sense of humor. They just say what's on
They
their mind.
don't.
And it's funny because that whole Cuban thing, they parked missiles in Cuba. People forget Russia did that because we parked missiles in Turkey.
Right.
So they said, "You want to do that? No problem. We'll go do this."
The X-Men movie, by the way, wasn't that far off.
Well, I think Magneto didn't help, but yeah.
Yeah, the X-Men could have. All right. With that, you know what? Let's bring a couple calls, and you guys can talk about whatever. Brian, stay on the line.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. Let's grab Florida. 407. We got a couple. We got 3 in a row from Florida. How's that? Florida, what's happening out there?
Somebody's got to go back and get a shitload of dime.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles, the movie that could never get made today.
Yes, they put up the toll booth to slow down the bad guys.
Yeah,
What I was
so
thinking.
get a shitload of dimes. Yeah, there was more wrong with that movie than it was right, or it was so wrong it became right again. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
I remember being reprimanded in the Army for watching that movie.
You kind of sound
Keep
like him.
Yeah, I guess I do.
You do.
It's pretty easy there.
Wasn't
The,
that Slim Pickens?
Yes, it was Slim Pickens.
Yeah,
Slim
Slim
Pickens,
Pickens.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was the movie he did with the nuclear bomb? Where he
Dr.
wrote it down
Strange
like a
World.
Doctor
horse?
Strangelove.
Yeah, it's another excellent movie for nuclear war.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I just wanted to. I called in a few months ago and I said, "Hey, there's going to be a lunar eclipse over Ukraine," and you guys were like, "They'll never make it that long," but they did. But this time I'm going to point out that there's going to be a solar eclipse in October directly over Ukraine. So.
well, it's not by that point. It won't matter.
Well, that's what I mean. Maybe not, but in my opinion, the Lord marks significant events with those. So something big will happen over there in October. But it's just in my opinion. But we had the lunar eclipse here too, and then there were 5 mass shootings over the weekend. So.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bloodshed with the lunar eclipses, and usually something significant with the solar.
Gotcha.
That's it. And then I heard the crypto commercial went to break the last time, and I thought, why would anybody buy crypto when you can just stack 5-ounce dome-shaped 2019 U.S. Apollo silver 5-ounce coins?
I don't know.
Keep left.
All right,
That was
anything else, man?
That's it, man. Just, thanks, and have a good day, y'all.
All right, see ya.
Thank you.
Bye. Let's continue in Florida and go to 561. 561, it's you, me, Karen B. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, we all know you're a fucking actor,
Right.
so
Uh-oh.
go fuck yourself.
Uh-oh. Holy smokes. Oh, by the way, he hung up, or did Peanut hang that up? Peanut?
I think he hung up.
I think he hung up, coward.
Oh, Forrest from Jupiter. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, it's not often, by the way. I rarely get troll calls.
When's the
So-
last time you got one?
Exit
I know,
right.
seriously, it's been a long time. Months and months.
By the way, if you're an actor, you're getting some lousy roles.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
you should get paid
Actor.
more.
Yeah, wait a minute. I don't get accused of being the actor thing. Producer, yes. Studio executive, yes, but
Oh, I
actor?
hear people call you actor. Yes, of course. Yes, they do.
Really?
We'll talk. Yes, it
Get
doesn't
right,
matter.
turn left.
Who cares what they say? There's people are dumb.
Turn left.
As I like to point out, when I did, and I should have, I still have it. I still have the sheet somewhere. When I did the commercial in Australia, I was the only person on the sheet who wasn't an actor. There's the irony. I was the only person on the sheet without an agent. I was the only person on the sheet that didn't have a resume that they had to turn in. I was just a guy, and which I had to ask them. I said, "Why am I here?" I go, "You could have hired an actual actor to play a flat earther." They said, "Oh, because we've got, the people that own the company. They wanted to meet you." It's like, really? That's kind of cool. So, anyway.
That is kind of cool. You're a
Yeah.
popular guy, Mark.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's pick up this other one.
What else would it
of
be?
Florida. What?
Well, of course, you are.
Yeah.
You're popular for flat Earth. You shill. You're flat Earth shill.
Fine, and yet I'm attending your shill fest, aren't
That's right. I shill for flat Earth.
There you go.
That's what
Well, by the way, I've got I should mention this, which is, because I did a couple interviews recently, and I was reminded of Eric, who still will never go away for whatever reason. Just always, even though he hasn't been to America in the better part of 20 years, he keeps doing stuff. And remember, he told, I'm not picking on ODD because, well, I don't have anything against him, but he told ODD to recommend those people, his guys, not to show up at the conference in Raleigh, and which was amazing for me because remember, that was non-refundable stuff. It's like there were empty seats and they were paid
Let's
for.
find a new
It's like,
route.
really? You just ate the money and didn't show up? There was like 100 and something people that didn't show up because of Eric at that conference.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, there was. I remember that. I remember there being a lot of empty seats.
Yeah, in the back there was 100 and change seats that and it was killed. It killed Robbie because he was like, he didn't care. It's like, well, they're paid for. But
I know.
same
I went and
concept.
sat up in those
Really?
seats because nobody else was. I was like, well, I'll just sit there.
Yeah.
Thanks, people.
Oh, you know what? That other, I remember I said a couple multiple Floridas. I think the two guys from Florida were standing right next to each other. We're both calling in simultaneously because the other one dropped off.
no.
I was going to pick him up. I just said, well, I might as well pick up the other one. The other guy got
Whatever.
scared.
Those are such.
Yeah.
It's such like a childish thing to do.
It
It's prank
happens
call.
most of the
Let's
time, though.
wait
It
so we can
happens
go, "You're an
on my private line. Is when it happens.
Oh,
I
I
get
bet.
every once in a while, like once every few months, because my phone number, oh, you know what? And I bet you, hang on, what's
Finding a new route.
I
Were they
did get
calling you?
an
Were they
odd
calling your
text.
number?
well, no, what's seven? Peanut, look up 786 area code, or one of you two. What's 786 area code?
Right.
You don't know? Because that one,
Exit right.
that text came in. Hello, is this Mark Sargent? That came in just before. Yeah, Florida. Yeah, I bet you it was him. They texted, then they called. I don't know how they got a hold of the show. Maybe it was streaming on YouTube, but yeah, go figure.
Yeah, they're watching.
But yeah, I get people that will call in that line and leave drunk messages. Usually.
Or on Facebook. I mean, I stream to a few different places. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Rockfin.
So you get around.
We all do.
Yeah.
Keep black.
Yeah, we're all over the place. All right. You know what? Phone number to call in is 848-222-2480. It's 848-222-2480. And you know what? I'm going to bring in Zulu early. Why the hell not? Let's grab him. There we go. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it with Truce Max Freema Edition. Truce Max.
You fucking troll. What the fuck, man? You're a troll.
Go straight on.
Oh my god. I couldn't believe you had a troll. It was awesome.
I know.
Oh my god, I was cheering.
It's so rare. And he hung up. I didn't even get a chance to cut him off. He hung up on his own.
Dude, total puss. Total pussy. What the hell? That was fucking awesome.
Turn left.
Oh my god. Holy
You'd think, by the way,
shit, I'm
you'd
so
think with
sorry.
all the high schools I have spoken to and college, universities I've spoken to in the last years, you'd think that I'd get a lot more younger kids that would call up. And every once in a while I'll get, a group of kids that'll call during lunch. You can tell they're in the schoolyard somewhere.
Right.
Because they can't believe the number's real. And they'll try to play it off, right? They all do the same thing. They get one guy, it's like, okay, dude, totally pretend like you're in the flat earth. They're like, yeah, so I've got some questions. I don't think the earth is round. And then all of a sudden, and then they just start cracking up, and then they hang up. They can't hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. How's it going, man?
Oh my god. Hello. Okay, I guess. Hey Mark, hey Karen, hey Peanut. I mean, Brian. And Peanut.
God.
Whatever. Nobody knows. They don't listen.
It's not like the Stig, but yes.
Anyway,
we have Master Gunner Brian Burton on the line. We got Peanut Galleries lurking somewhere. So yeah,
Dude, I was just thrown off. I can't believe Slim Pickens called. I cannot believe it. That was fucking on point, dude.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
When he said
playing that shit?
Yeah, when I thought it was a soundbite for Blazing Saddles. I really did.
Totally.
Him.
Totally, he nailed it. He fucking nailed it. That was great. That was
Slim
great.
Pickens,
That was great.
He's been gone years. It's like, wow, the ghost of freaking Slim Pickens.
Right. Oh my god. Hey, actually, it was weird. I wanted to ask you about, I keep seeing